Did giving a space
Oh
fact.
gosh, this is scary. Okay, I learned this last semester, so I don't remember it that well. But oh my god, I don't even remember what it's called. I'll try and think of the term, but it's basically like, oh gosh, I think it's with neutron stars. I'm not sure, but there's this thing. I think it's a neutron star where basically the more mass that gets added to it, it gets smaller. Because if you think about it like think about if you're stacking pillows, like eventually if you keep adding more pillows, the pillows are gonna like smush down. It's kind of like that. And I think it's called, oh my god, or maybe that's with, I think it's with white dwarfs. It's called like, oh my gosh, I don't remember what it's called. I took astronomy last semester, but I'm taking it next semester, so I'll have better
I'm excited
space
for
facts.
you to take astronomy again.
Me too, because it's the professor I had last semester, and he's very nice.
Yeah.
Even though he probably hated me. But he's the one I bonded, because I was so stupid.
He definitely does not hate Sid.
I went to office hours every week and I still didn't know what to do. He had to give me the answers. But I think he didn't hate me as much as he could have because we bonded over like the...
Not hating me as much as he could have is a crazy sentence.
We bonded over like our like tech aversion because like I had my Casio
Sorry, I'm putting this
watch.
on junk drawer.
Oh my god, I have to record for that. I've been meaning to. Don't think I've forgotten about it.
No, I haven't forgotten either.
But,
I've just been a little
I made a logo
Jason.
for that.
But now I have.
So Jason, I haven't tried it yet.
I have an appointment. Sorry, I'm talking over you. I have
Psych
an appointment.
I saw big news for Jason Nation.
Big news for Jason Nation.
But I had like my Casio watch on, and he's like, "Oh, that's like an old school watch. That's what we used to wear in the '80s." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the like Apple watches and stuff. Like they're kind of scary to me." And he's like, "I think they're the spawn of Satan." And I was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like,
That's
"You still?" And I know he still used a flip phone, so I was like, "Oh my gosh, you still use a flip phone? I've been wanting to use one." And he was like, and we just bonded over that.
That's
so I was
fabulous.
like, I have an in with him. He didn't really know my name till like the last week of the semester, but it's okay. It's okay. He has a lot of students and he does research and he's like 60 or something, so I don't blame him.
I have a question about that.
Yes.
I had a professor this semester. Okay, so my operating systems class, 6 credits, did
6 credits. Jesus
did okay
Christ.
and bombed the midterm. Did
Okay.
off on the midterm. I like tried to like kind of suck up to the professor after that. I'm still not fully sure if he knows my name, but he knows my face. He definitely knows my face. Is it weird if I ask him for a letter of recommendation?
Oh, okay.
Because he's like the only professor I've actually like talked to.
Damn.
And I don't know.
You can. I feel like you can if he's your only choice, but like he might. Like you also, are you gonna ask him in person or like email him?
I mean, probably email because I'm probably not gonna have.
Okay, then you should probably be like you could also send like a resume or.
No.
So he has stuff to write
tried,
about.
My plan was to like meet up with say hey, I was wondering if you could write me a letter of recommendation. Like, first of all, remind him who I am. Maybe grad school, maybe.
Ooh.
But
so what do you do like in grad school for computer science?
Basically just more advanced classes and more theory.
Ooh, that's
Because
cool.
the theory is kind of cool for computer science.
What is the theory like?
Yeah, I've like read about some of that stuff because I was a CS major for 1 semester.
How many majors have you had?
Stop! We don't bring that
need to
up.
count.
Well, we don't need to talk about that right now. It's been the thing is I've changed it a lot, but it's always been like the same 3 things.
Right. So 3.
But,
okay, that's the answer.
But I flip flop back and forth a lot. But like, yeah, what specific CS theory are you interested in?
So I objectively don't like. So I don't like the math behind it. I took a class that was about like proving what like problems you can solve in polynomial time, which
Right. Oh my god, I've read about that.
so you can solve it.
My dad talks about that all the time.
Yeah, so you could solve a problem either basically
Is
brute
that like the
forcing it.
n to the 3 stuff?
Yeah. So like either you solve it linear time. So if you have like a problem, let's say objectively just like the size of the problem is 5. Okay. Even if it's like to the 4th power, that's still like a reasonable amount of time to solve it, right? But if it's like factorial, if it's like n to the n, that's like ridiculous, and we don't like that. Like it's trying to like objectively prove what algorithms and what problems you can solve, because there's this thing in computer science called I forget. It's P. It's called P and NP,
Yes,
which is called.
I'm trying to
it-
remember because I took
That's one
I
of the
took computer
millennium problems.
programming.
Yeah.
I
It's
took
one-
computer programming, so like she taught us like
So
a lot of shit at like a high speed. So I'm like,
Yeah.
do I know what
P
this
versus
is?
NP or something.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's if a problem is
P is less than
decidable
NP, something
or
like that.
verifiable. So decidable means can
heard
we
about this.
come
It's
to the
like-
solution of the problem in a polynomial amount of time?
Is it
can-
floating or is it an integer?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, computer science. Okay.
Totally not have anything to do with what you're talking about.
But like,
Stop! I'm excited. I'm taking a computing course next semester. I missed it.
Yay!
but like, okay, so if you have like a problem, just like, let's say you're trying to solve. I have 5 people or like 5 towns. I'm trying to get to all of them in the shortest amount of time, right? That's an example of a problem, right? Deciding the answer to that problem is like deciding it. Verifying it is I have an answer. Is this the best answer? And I can verify that. Like, and those are 2 different like types of problems you could like classify them into, right?
Yeah.
And that's
trying to
some
film
of
at
the
this.
theory.
It's kind of like accuracy versus precision.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. And that's some of the theory. I'm going to be honest, not the theory that I'm super interested in.
Okay,
Oh.
what's the theory you're interested in?
I like the
then?
more of like just
The Josh theory.
how to like increase just performance like bigger picture, like less abstract, more just like
Oh.
I don't know. That's what I like. I one of
He
the
likes laser sensors.
yeah, but like I really enjoyed
Like
my-
experimental versus.
Yeah, I really
theory.
enjoyed my computer architecture class. Even though I didn't do great in my operating systems class, I really did enjoy it. Just like how a computer works. Like just like go as low level as possible in understanding that, and then how can we improve it? That's the part I find interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you think grad school is the best for that?
I think the job market sucks, and it's a way of
No, that's why my dad
Getting
got
out
a
of it?
PhD because the job market sucked. So he's like, I'm
Yeah.
going back to school.
Yeah,
That's
so-
what my cousin's doing. Which my cousin's going to Georgia Tech for his master's. Isn't that crazy? This fall. So I'm like,
Whoa, maybe you can like get the
maybe
deets. Like you can visit him.
true.
Be like, this is the bush where I found the dead body.
Oh my gosh.
This is where I.
This is where I met what I think is the love
Was
of
that
my
a
life,
lie?
and I've seen him once.
Yeah, the piano.
I'm still convinced
guy.
he's my soulmate. I'm not kidding.
Sid. Was that a lie, by the way?
I swear to God that was the truth. I would not lie about that. Are you
Piano
kidding?
kid.
No, I think about him so much.
Oh, that was not the.
I
lie
swear to,
was
I
asking
swear.
about.
Oh,
he's
the dead
my
body?
soulmate.
Yeah,
Oh,
dead
that was
body.
real.
That was real.
Nothing. I
I
haven't.
like how that's only in one reaction. Oh, never lie about the piano guy.
No,
Dead
I'm not
body?
kidding. Yeah, everything from Georgia Tech is real. Like every crazy story from Georgia Tech is real. But I'm so convinced that guy was my soulmate. I'm not kidding. Because I swear to God, one of my go-to scenarios when I was in high school to fall asleep to was like, oh, a stranger will play piano for me in the street one day. And I was like,
That's
wait, this is him. And he was a physics major.
Yeah,
So
That's
now
it.
I'm like,
Physics
okay, that's
major.
him.
that's him.
And I was playing a song from what is now my favorite movie, but I didn't know it was from that movie when I played it. I just thought the song was pretty. And I was like, and guess what? The movie is a love story. And I was like, this actually is the love
That
of my
adds
life.
up. It's adding up.
I'm like, it adds up, and now I'm never going to see him again.
I thought we were talking about Social Network, and
Dude, don't get me
That
started on
too.
the Social Network. I need to rewatch that.
We can rewatch that together
We
while we
should.
bake or something.
Yeah.